Hi everyone, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today I want to give you some tips to increase your defense in Arena and try to survive against the highest DPS in the game. So I'm gonna jump into my friend list to find a friend of mine, LeBonjack, because he has a very strong offensive team. As you can see, he has also Asindo, Biseiden, and strong DPS heroes. So I'm gonna use Guhana and try her passive, who reduces direct damage taken by all my allies by 12%. Also Elena, who reduces crit damage taken by all my allies by 26%. And also my Mutu, thanks to his passive, will take 20% less damages when he will be in human form, but thanks to his first exclusive, as you will see here, he can also have the damage reduction when he is in werewolf form, so this is very great. So this is a lot of damage reduction though. So we are going to try this, and also we are going to use Elik because he will get a lot of critical damage reduction on him, and he will transfer all debuffs received by Mutu on him. So enemies with emblems will deal more damages against heroes with control effects. I'm pretty sure he built this team like this. So yeah, I won't take the silence from Asindo using Elik and Mutu. So that's great, yeah. So let's try the first test. So as you can see, yeah, 113k on the first attack, 250 on the second. Let's try with support heroes. The first test here is to see if the enemy has damage increased against heroes with control debuffs. So here we go, 37k. Okay, so as you can see, I took less damages than before. So yeah, his Mei should have the emblem that increases damages against heroes with control debuffs on them. So now I'm gonna use Elena here to reduce the crit damage taken by my allies, so my Mutu. Let's see what is gonna happen. Okay, so I don't take the silence on my Mutu thanks to Elik. And then here we go, 32k, previous one was 37. And as you can see, 170k here, so damages were less than before. Now let's jump into another test. I'm gonna replace Elena by Guhana and see what happens. Okay, so Asindo attack. And then Mei, so 32k, same as the previous one. And okay, almost 10k less than the previous test. So that means direct damages, 12% damages reduction is better than 26% crit damage reduction. So that's interesting. Now I'm gonna figure out what it does if I put my two supports here. So let's figure out. So 28k, it's even less damages. Yeah, and my Mutu is still alive. No, not now, okay. So yeah, all passive buffs accumulates, so that's very great. But it's still not, it is still not sufficient. So now I'm gonna try the same with Elik, because he also have crit damage reduction with his passive, and this passive is higher than Elena 1, so let's try to figure out if it works together. Okay, so 22k, 120k on the second hit here. Let's put Elena in the team now and test again. We will see what happened. Okay, so first attack by Asindo, then Biseiden. Okay, 52k, and now... Okay, so he took even less damages, so both effects accumulate. That's very, very interesting and very great. Okay, now let's try with Guhana here and see what happens. So Asindo attacks, as always. May. It seems like he took more damages than the previous test with Elena. That means here crit damage reduction is better than direct damage reduction. So yeah, that's great also. And now let's try with both supports and see what happens. Okay, so first attack Asindo. May. And yeah, I took even less damages, so everything is accumulating here. That's very great. So let's try adding something else to the team. So Shielder with his passive grants a 30% def bonus to every allies with a buff at the beginning of each turn. So that's great. Let's try to see what it does against this team. Normally I will take even less damages than the previous tests. Okay, so he's dead, that doesn't matter. And yeah, I took even less damages here. That's great. And the buff lasts 2 turns, so it's really great. As you can see, I can stay alive really longer than before. Okay, now let's try with a full team and see what happens. Will my Mewtwo stay alive? I hope so. So Asindo as always, Shield are dead, that doesn't matter. And May, and every teammate is almost alive. So yeah, that's a very efficient combo. So let me introduce you another hero which is even better than Shielder in terms of defense increase. He does the same than Shielder, 30% def for every allies at the beginning of each wave, but if you manage to get his second exclusive, he will give 60% defense buff on all your allies at the beginning of each wave instead. That's very, very great. So let's see what happens here. So I'm taking damages. Will my Gohana survive? And yeah, my Gohana is still alive. So yeah, my heroes took less damages than before. So now I'm gonna let you hear with some gameplay in the arena using this team. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and then see you in another video. Bye bye!
Infinite Magicraid. Play to slay.